It's been called the miracle drug that promises weight loss.
Ozempic totally changed my life.
Used by some of the most influential celebrities. But is it too good to be true?
People missing holidays because they thought they'd take this drug to look good for their holiday and ended up in hospital instead.
And too easy to get.
And I started vomiting and going in and out of fainting.
I mean, how would they even know what I'm saying is true? Okay, just by doing some Googling, I can see you can get Wegovy, which is the weight loss drug, from online pharmacies, but also Superdrug, Boots, and even Asda. So I've been really interested in how these drugs have not just impacted diet culture, but also popular culture. It's all over the internet. Originally developed to treat diabetes, this drug is now widely used for weight loss and is available on the NHS. But you'll probably know it as Ozempic, Wegovy, or Saxenda. It's a weekly injection that mimics GLP-1, a hormone that helps regulate hunger and slow digestion. The drug is used alongside diet and exercise to help manage weight loss. So if your BMI is over 30, or you have a BMI of 27 and over but have pre-existing medical conditions, you would qualify. But from celebrity endorsements to even the UK government proposing that the drug could get people back to work, it feels like Wegovy is everywhere. And for the people that do qualify, the drug can be life-changing, being with weight loss, reducing the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and heart failure. But the thing is, I keep hearing people using it who definitely don't qualify for it. And the last thing I want to do is glamorise the drug. But this also isn't a film about the morals of who should or shouldn't be taking it. But I just wanted to find out, if you don't qualify for it, how easy is it actually to get? Okay, so I'm gonna start with Superdrug, because they have an online doctor where you basically apply for the weight loss drugs online. And then I'm also going to try verified online pharmacies, so Simple Online Pharmacy is one. I'm being asked to fill in some personal details, health history, my GP. It is telling me about the bad side effects I could possibly have. And it's asking me for some pictures, which I guess is to verify my weight. Obviously I know what the criteria is, and I'm just going to slightly increase my weight because I don't qualify at the moment, and see what checks there are further down the line. Okay, cool. I think that's done. Now we wait. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm almost here. Okay, better.
All good.
I started on Wegovy in August of 2023. I've been a class 3 obese person for the first 32 years of my life. I heard of certain celebrities using Ozempic. So I reached out to my primary care physician and made an appointment. That's what started my weight loss journey. I'd always been an active fat person, but I just never pursued weight loss before. I've lost 115 pounds so far.
You were beautiful before, but you look amazing now. But I think it's really interesting what you say about you don't feel any different, because we've chatted before and you say you feel kind of body neutral. Is that right?
For sure. I definitely think the biggest part of this whole undertaking has just been to remain body neutral. I feel like there's kind of there's this like thought process around like, if I just lose X amount of weight, then I will feel a certain way. But I think if you just like love your body at every stage, that's kind of the best guiding light versus like, oh, if I just lose 20 pounds, I'll feel so much better about myself.
So I'm just on my way into work and obviously check my morning emails. And I've already been approved by Superdrug and Simple Online Pharmacy for Wegovy, which to me feels quite quick considering I literally did the application a couple of days ago. So I feel like if I can get it, then surely other people can.
So we've seen some patients who've got this from online pharmacies and they've actually not been truthful about their weight because they're so desperate because they've heard that this is a wonder drug, so they've lied about their weight or whatever. I started to see occasionally people come in with complications of weight loss drugs, and then it seemed to be increasing in frequency, and there was one shift that I'd seen this particular lady and I felt like I'm seeing somebody every shift now who has had some complication from taking a weight loss drug. And the thing that really was there the whole time with these patients is that none of them had really been obese.
It's impossible to talk about Ozempic and Wegovy without social media. Body image is still a conversation despite lots of empowerment campaigns. The hashtag weight loss has over 10 million posts on TikTok. And with celebrities and influencers openly talking about it, the drug's impact hasn't been just medicinal, it's been cultural.
So what we're seeing is people coming in feeling absolutely wretched. Maybe they've been vomiting or they've got diarrhoea and they're really listless and lethargic. Often their salts are deranged, they're very dehydrated, and sometimes they're even in a starvation process. So similar to when people sort of can't have any food for a period of time. So we have to then replace the salts and electrolytes and the fluids with a drip to make them feel better. And sometimes that can take place over several days.
Okay, she's calling. Just quickly, this is a woman I'm interviewing and she was on the weight loss drugs when she didn't need to be on it, and we're going to keep her identity completely anonymous. Do you mind if we just start at the beginning and where you first kind of heard about weight loss drugs, and then we'll go from there?
I was just kind of seeing it on the internet, like the celebrities were doing it, and I didn't really think much of it. And then I started hearing about quite a few other people who were on it and had really good results from it.
Can I ask you why you wanted to take it?
I was just not happy with my weight, and I tried alternative routes of trying to lose weight, and I could just never get past where I wanted to be.
And then the last time you took it, what happened?
It was only for the week and I felt fine. And then on Saturday I was at work on night shifts, so obviously I'm not eating regularly. I'm busy in work, so you kind of skip your regular meals. I just started to feel really, really, really weird at about 2 a.m. So I was feeling dizzy, clammy, shaky, feeling like I was going to pass out basically. And being on the pen obviously doesn't help whatsoever. I got something to eat and drink, but at that time my body was just like, no. And I started vomiting and going in and out of fainting. So some of the staff members took me down to A&E, and I ended up in A&E for a couple of hours on IV fluids and having IV anti-sickness. I was just so scared. I was terrified. My heart rate was through the roof. My blood pressure was sky high. My mind just took over then.
I'm just going to put this here. Does this look right? Okay, right. To try and make sense of all of it now. It turned out to be a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. But should it be that easy? So we know you can get it through the NHS and buy it privately through like online pharmacies. And I guess the question is, if you can go online and lie about your weight, does there need to be other regulations in place?
If people aren't sort of at least seen either on a sort of camera video or checked when they go to collect the prescription, then it would make it easier for people to get this medication after lying. So I think we do need to look at that.
I spoke to Superdrug and Simple Online Pharmacy, and I asked them to explain why myself and others are able to lie about our weight and be approved for Wegovy, a prescription drug. Superdrug said the safety and well-being of patients remain our top priority. All medical consultations between a patient and healthcare professional relies on integrity and honesty of patients. Prescribing protocols are regularly reviewed and new measures are implemented where required. Since my prescription was approved by Superdrug, they've introduced enhanced assessments, and new patients will have to submit 3 date-verified photographs. And Simple Online Pharmacy said, "We take clinical care very seriously and have numerous checks and protocols in place for prescribing. They told us they're carrying out a full review into my case and said they constantly seek to enhance our ability to identify falsified patient information." After taking these findings to the General Pharmaceutical Council, they confirmed they're following up with the pharmacies involved. They published guidance specifically for the safe and effective provision of pharmacy services, and are issuing an updated version of guidance shortly, which will set out additional safeguardings around medicines used for weight management. And lastly, Novo Nordisk. They're the company behind Ozempic, Wegovy and Saxenda. They said they do not promote, suggest or encourage the use of any of the medications outside their approved labels.
And even though I've lost 115 pounds and counting, what is, always going to be your guiding light is what's inside and truly how you feel about yourself. And, just because how your clothes fit and number on the scale is not going to change, how you feel on the inside.
There is a lot of social pressure to look a certain way, but your health is worth so much more.
If you're struggling, someone you love is struggling, or you just need some extra support, the NHS recommends Beat. They're a charity focused on eating disorders and they have so many resources. We've linked them all in the bio below.